Same team, bro. Same team. Bye. Barca.
Or a
I'm kidding.
revolution.
Just do this bit again. It just sounds very casual.
So welcome back to another episode of the Front 3 podcast, guys. This time we're talking all about Barcelona, the source of entertainment in Europe, the Spanish Arsenal, and whatever else you want to call them. So this time we obviously have the boys Krishna and Anvay, and we have two guests, Maulik, a delusional Barca fan who thinks Jordi Alba is the GOAT, and he has been a big fan of the channel, so I won't bag on him a lot. And we have Mr. Marcaroni. How are both of you?
Okay, I'll go first. Jordi Alba is the GOAT.
कौन है ये लोग? कहाँ से आते हैं ये?
And I'm doing fine. That's about it.
So that's debatable. But still, hello guys. I'm really good. Thanks for inviting me. And finally, I'm here after so many tries on my end too. I really wanted to be a part of this channel. You guys are really entertaining, to be honest. It's always fun to look at friends gossip about football.
Thanks a ton, bro. Thanks a ton.
So I think we can get started. Firstly, the prayers of a lot of Barcelona fans has been answered. Koeman is out. Koeman finally chala gaya. And they have a glare of hope in the name of Xavi. Xavi, the legend, the second best midfielder of all time after Zidane. So what do you think, guys? How will he do? Will he be good or will he be another Lampard?
He will be good. I think he should be good and he will be good. I won't say should, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं I have complete faith on him. It's like कि कहीं ना कहीं लोग उसे ओले से compare करते हैं, but the thing is कि the difference is कि he's taking over Barca at a place where it is already at rock bottom and it doesn't even have resources. Like ओले का तुम कह सकते हो कि वो भी तो rock bottom में आया था, मतलब लोग कह सकते हैं, but like even when Ole came, they were not doing as poor as Barca when it comes to even financially. They were never as poor as Barca when it comes to finances and all those things. And Ole is at United with Ronaldo, Varane, Jadon Sancho as a player at their team. So it is a huge difference. But Xavi is like taking over a Barca which is already at rock bottom.
Yeah.
So it is like अगर वो उसे 10% अगर लगा लो तो वो हद से 10% भी improvement लाता है ना, तो it is like it is always going to go upwards. So I think उसको बहुत long term बहुत time मिलेगा Xavi को and he is going to be a success. I'm all my money on Xavi.
No, but talk to me about experience, because we've seen other ex-players, ex-legends turned managers and they haven't really had the best experience. Oli ले लो, Lampard ले लो, बहुत सारे हैं. They haven't had solid managerial experience and they've just been almost thrown into the job. So do you think the similar thing is happening with Xavi कि उसके पास वो experience नहीं है?
No, if Maulik wants to say something first.
Yeah, here's the thing. Ole, Lampard, you look at United and Chelsea, they don't have a lifelong structure, a lifelong way of playing. Barca has always had that, not always, but like for the past few decades or so. Xavi knows the integrals. Ole doesn't. The 1999 tactics won't work today, but the 2009 tactics have a better shot. So he knows in and out this club. He knows the philosophy. Ole and Lampard, I don't think there's not such a philosophy at Chelsea or United either. So I don't think experience matters much.
No, and if like ये एक तरीके से सबसे बड़ा concern यही आता है ना यार, when we talk about Xavi कि there is no experience at all, but then I really ask people to look into like Pep's career and they say कि Pep was part of Barca B उससे पहले, so it is like एक Barca B के साथ भी तो he might not be competing with European giants. Like if you're considering that an experience कि वो Barca B का part था तो उसके पास manager का experience था, it is still in Europe कि Barca B still in Europe and Qatar, and being a manager in Qatar, that's really different from being a manager in Barca B. But I don't think that's really a valid point. वो वहाँ पे Qatar में भी तो he made his team the best team in Qatar. Al Sadd को उसने he literally transformed them, and it is not like कि दिख नहीं रहा था football वहाँ पे. They were able to make such a difference in their football. It was such free flowing football. और I think ये point ना valid नहीं रहता, क्योंकि हर manager कहीं ना कहीं start करता है. Every great manager starts somewhere. And we look at Chelsea के manager का नाम, why am I forgetting it? Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel. Yeah. As far as I remember, उसका फर्स्ट मैनेजरियल जो जॉब थी, he led the team to relegation. It was some, I'm not sure whether it was Tuchel.
No,
I think it was
that's
Tuchel.
wrong.
It was some,
No,
it was some great manager. मैं अभी थोड़ी हाँ मैं गलती कर रहा हूँ, I think मैं गलती कर रहा हूँ, but हाँ मैं अभी किसी एक great manager के ऊपर कुछ 1-2 दिन पहले कुछ देख रहा था वीडियो, and they said कि उसकी जो पहली मैनेजरियल जॉब थी वो कुछ relegation zone वाली टीम में ही लिया था, and his job was to make them survive it, but it later relegation हो गई थी. तो इट इज लाइक कि जरूरी नहीं है कि हर मैनेजर की फर्स्ट जॉब जो इट हैज टू बी अ ग्रेट सक्सेस. एंड ये जो एक्सपीरियंस वाला पार्ट आता है, आई डोंट थिंक इट इज रेलेवेंट व्हेन इट कम्स टू शावी, क्योंकि हम लोगों के लिए तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल पेशेंस मैटर करता है, एंड वो शावी के साथ ही आएगा और किसी के साथ नहीं आएगा.
Also, the manager you were talking about was Klopp. He was relegated with Mainz, I think. Yeah, he was relegated with Mainz.
Yeah, on exactly. मेरे को यही मैं सोच रहा था कि किसी एक मैनेजर की तो मैं देख रहा था, and it was like कि मैनेजरियल स्टार्ट बहुत, but then you see again he is Jurgen Klopp, one of the best manager of our generation. तो इसमें हम क्या ही बोल सकते हैं. ऐसे मत करो ब्रो,
ऐसे मत बोल यार, सब पीटेंगे मेरे को, देखो उसमें.
हाँ.
कंट्रोल उदय.
Plus, I think the experience is other. There is something that plays in is more expectations. For example, if we look at Koeman also, Koeman at Ajax was pretty good. He was managing a good Ajax, as well as Koeman at Southampton. No one is expecting Koeman to be a great manager at Southampton. They don't expect Southampton to play European football and win Champions Leagues. So but he did lead them to a good Premier League finish, and
their highest ever.
Yeah, their highest ever for that matter. But when expectations come in for Koeman at Barca, they expect him to play good European football. They expect him to win Champions Leagues or finish in a top few positions and win La Ligas. Then something big plays. So uska ek pressure bhi hai, which we don't know, but a lot of managers can't take that pressure. For example, Zidane was the one who could take that pressure, and which led him to win 3 Champions Leagues. But let's see, वो तो फ्यूचर ही बताएगा कि जावी how he takes that pressure.
हाँ तो भाई, अब जावी की हमने बात कर ली, but talking about what he brings to the club, I think when he joined, he made something very clear that he wants to be punctual. He wants to bring back that discipline in the club. और वो उसके 10 रूल से है, तो कृष्णा just go over 10 rules, हम पॉप अप भी कर देंगे ऊपर. But तो before we really talk about it, आपको मतलब पहले देख के क्या लगा, क्योंकि I think after Luis Enrique, all these rules and discipline pretty much fell down, and that was the area, I mean, where Barca kind of fell as well as a club, about the discipline in the players, right? So how do you feel right now with him implementing all of this, and with especially the young players who will probably follow this?
You know, I will be very honest. When I started YouTube and when I was watching other people's videos, it is like everyone emphasizes on these tactics and all these things, है ना? We usually watch, like I'm not trying to roast or target them. I'm saying कि वो लोग करते really emphasize, but मैंने कभी नहीं सुना that someone is emphasizing on the way of training of that club. मैंने शायद आज तक मैंने कोई वीडियो नहीं देखी जिसके अंदर कोई बंदा बात कर रहा हो कि इस क्लब की ना ट्रेनिंग इस वजह से ये लोग ऐसा खेलते हैं. मैंने कभी नहीं देखा. एंड ऑनेस्टली सेइंग, इट इज लाइक जब मैंने देखा ना कि ये रूल्स बार्सिलोना में लुइस एनरिके के बाद वापस आए हैं, आई वाज शॉक्ड कि मतलब ये क्लब फिर चल कैसे रहा था, पहले चल कैसे रहा था ये क्लब. अगर ये मेरा सबसे पहले इनिशियल रिएक्शन था. इट वाज नॉट कि यार अच्छा ठीक है चलो ये चेंजेस आएंगे बार्सिलोना में. इट वाज कि ये तो शायद से एक इतने बड़े क्लब में मैंडेटरी चीजें होनी चाहिए, तो ये गायब कैसे हो गई. मेरा सबसे पहला रिएक्शन तो ये था.
I was saying more than a club, as an athlete also. Even if you're playing at such a high level, Barcelona, one of the greatest clubs to ever exist.
Aguero said ना कि I reached training 30 minutes ahead and the lights were off. सब कुछ बंद था.
Exactly.
It was so insulting.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the rules. One of them is like players must maintain a good image. Isn't that common knowledge? Like, shouldn't that be like in your contract? Like, you have to maintain a good press image or something. Why is that a rule?
Benjamin Mendy mat bano. That should be a thing.
Exactly. Don't be guilty.
Of course.
No, but this is something that I really love, and Anman, I would relate to this quite personally क्योंकि हम दोनों athletes हैं, and these rules जो हमारे coach बताते हैं, that basically the basics यार, जो when new athletes come into the club, this is what the bare minimum for them is. मतलब this level of discipline, this level of punctuality to maintain a good image. मतलब literally yeah, like Sman said, every sports club, be it football, be it cricket, anything, they should be doing this. And I think the fact that Xavi has got this back, this kind of mentality back into the club is just fabulous.
And it was like a horrifying कि अगर कोमन को पता था ये सब कि ये कॉमन चीजें क्लब में नहीं हो रही, उसके बाद भी was he expecting to not implement these rules and still go on with this Barca?
Forget Koeman, like, man. Valverde, Setien, they were all sleeping on this. Like, how do you just go past that? You reach the semi-finals and you're like, I wonder what went wrong. Maybe your players don't train enough.
Maybe your players aren't arriving home like at with time 1 day before the match. Like सब लोग कंप्लेन कर रहे थे कि भाई को डेम्बेले नहीं आता, डेम्बेले रात तक गेम खेलता रहता है, वो ट्रेनिंग पे लेट आता है. इट इज लाइक क्योंकि तुम्हारे टीम के अंदर कोई रूल नहीं है टाइम से आने का, तो वो तो लेट आएगा ही ना. उसको तो घर बैठने के भी पैसे मिलेंगे. वो तो इंजरी, वो तो हॉस्पिटल में बैठ के भी करोड़ों रुपए कमा रहा है. उसको किस चीज की टेंशन है? एंड नाउ लाइक सच अ गुड रूल, ही लाइक आई एम श्योर तुम लोगों को पता होगा जो डेम्बेले के साथ नया कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बन रहा है. इट इज अ परफॉर्मेंस बेस्ड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, per match contract. It is like he will get paid only when he's performing. The moment he gets injured, उसकी payment बंद.
तो बढ़िया है,
चाहिए ऐसा.
बहुत स्मार्ट है ये तो.
कितने टाइम तक डेडवुड बना के रखा हुआ है उसको जब डॉर्टमंड से लिया था बोलते थे बेस्ट पोटेंशियल, नेक्स्ट मेसी, नेक्स्ट ये, नेक्स्ट वो.
भाई he is literally the best.
हैजार्ड से कम खेल रहा है वो.
People vote him above Mbappe.
And even I can back you on that, because when he was there, when he was playing, the pace that he would play with, the finishing, all were at, if not at par with Mbappe, they were definitely close to Mbappe's level. And I'm pretty sure if he played at that level consistently, he would have definitely been up there with Mbappe and Haaland both. So very unfortunate for him to be injured so often. Talking about Xavi is planning to rebuild the band, all the players, Dani Alves coming back, and potentially Thiago Alcantara as well. And जैसे हम ये बात कर रहे थे, there are rumors of more people coming in. So now this is the part where we touch upon the transfers and the rumors. तो पहले तो जो deal done हो गई है वो Dani Alves की है. He's a legend, come back. But I don't think this is more of a transfer for him to come back and play, right? I think it's pretty obvious that this is strategically very smart signing. And yeah, bhai, आप ही बताओ, how does it feel?
Like Maulik, I want to know what was your initial reaction when you saw Dani Alves getting announced या फिर rumors सुन के. I want to know.
Man, I was like, what the are you doing? Because first I thought it was more of a playing role. And I'm like, he's just going to take, even if it's cup games, even if it's like Copa del Rey's round of 32, you're taking minutes away from Dest and, you know, potentially another, I don't remember the name, but Barca B right back on the, he's on the verge of...
is also right back, yeah.
No, but like Barca B right back is on the verge of being called up.
Okay.
So you're just taking these minutes away. But then I'm like, yeah, dressing room, that makes sense. But isn't that what we brought Xavi in for? Isn't that what Piqué should be doing? Isn't that what, you know, the 4 captains should be doing? Why do you have to bring in another old guy to do that again? So
no,
it's all very strange.
I think it is because Kikina, as I think PK ke alawa, I don't see a leader anywhere on the Barca pitch.
Busquets?
No, I don't think he, to be honest, I don't think like he's a captain, but he's not a leader. I don't see Busquets fighting for your team the way, like, if you're 1-0 down, if you're 2-0 down at 85 minutes, I don't see Busquets, you know, still going ahead, pushing players up front.
What about Jordi then?
See,
Jordi in the El Clasico. I mean, he's on fire. He was fighting with Vinicius. He was like going across the pitch to Minguez and being like, you know, when Vinicius like dived, he went like across the pitch and like shouted at him, "Get up!" This season.
No, see, I am not downplaying Jordi Alba.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
Downplaying.
Yeah,
I'm just
saying that friendly fire कर रहा
है. No. Chill,
same team, bro. Same team. Bye. जर्सी पहननी पड़ेगी मुझे लगता है. I'm just saying कि okay, it might be that he is a leader, but यार देखो Jordi Alba, पीक यार, हाँ यार, दे पकड़ा दे यार, मेरे को ये पहन के बैठना पड़ेगा, ऐसे मैं बैठ जाता हूँ. याद रहे भाई को, मैं बारसा फैन हूँ, ठीक है? तो इट इज लाइक कि हाँ, तो इट इज लाइक कि पीके Jordi Alba, Busquets, they have been in the team, और तब भी इतने सारे जो कमबैक्स पड़े हैं, वो फिर भी पड़े हैं ना. इट इज लाइक तब भी तो वो मेंटालिटी थी ऑन द पिच, तो इट वाज लाइक कहीं ना कहीं नीड लग रही थी कि हम लोगों को एक नई मेंटालिटी लेकर आनी है, just for maybe for the squad, and maybe they think कि कहीं ना कहीं ठीक है, हो सकता है डैनी एल्विस कर दे ये चीज, but I think कहीं ना कहीं उसके सबसे ज्यादा मेन पॉइंट था ना, वो ये था, they want to make a great player out of Dest. It is like Danny Alves is a big fan of Dest, a very big fan, और I think ये सबसे बड़ा रीजन था for Danny to Barca.
Could be, yeah.
And also he's only getting €1. So I mean, pretty surprising because we know that he's not coming for the money.
That's an exaggeration. I'm pretty
sure.
I
know it's an exaggeration, but still, I mean, he's not coming for the money. We know Barca doesn't have money.
Yeah,
I mean, for that matter, but he's coming to transform Dest because he truly believes he can become the best, right?
Yes,
so yeah, definitely. So talking about more transfers, Thiago Alcantara, another player who I'm pretty sure all Barca fans would have been extremely bummed when he left Barca. But like I mentioned earlier, in the midfield, if you see particularly all our youngsters, maybe he might want to bring Thiago to get that, I don't know, maybe experience in the midfield or something like that. But Thiago
again, mentorship.
Definitely.
But again, my question: what's Busquets good for then?
Yes, that's where I really think कि अगर मिडफील्ड में भी मेंटरशिप के लिए बार्सिलोना को किसी को लेकर आना पड़ रहा है ना, तो आई वेट आउट लाइक डिफेंस में
you're getting the you're getting the greatest defensive midfielder, one of the greatest defensive midfielders in your squad, and you're not using him for mentorship. Instead, you're bringing in Thiago Alcantara from Liverpool. That just doesn't make sense to me.
No, Thiago doesn't make sense to me either. Yeah, Barca literally has a midfield which can, you can create two teams out of it. Like you can create two separate midfields, and they both
pretty much,
be really good. They have got such talent in the midfield, and Thiago Alcantara coming to Barcelona for any reason, it doesn't make sense to me.
Plus, Thiago, the type of midfielder he is, we obviously know he's not a statistics wala midfielder. He doesn't get a lot of assists this season. Last season he only had 2 assists for Liverpool, which was pretty shocking. But still, he's more of that playmaking, dribbling kind of guy, which Barca में कमी नहीं है ऐसे लोगों की. Barca में बिल्कुल कमी नहीं है ऐसे लोगों की. So they need more of a stat pattern, someone like De Bruyne or maybe Bruno, who can get who obviously can play that dribbling role, but obviously they get more assists and all. But Thiago है कौन? क्यों चाहिए बार्सिलोना को? है कौन Thiago?
है कौन बोल रहा है?
औकात क्या है?
But at this point, what type of player do you think Barca need to target? First of all, what position, and second of all, do you think it should be a well-established good player, or maybe someone from La Masia, Barca B ke team se, someone coming up the ranks? Who do you think would be the next?
This is the easiest question ever. Striker. We need a striker, man. Braithwaite's gone, Aguero's gone. We have Luke De Jong, man. We need a striker desperately.
Luke De Jong?
नहीं, उसको तो खिलाना ही नहीं खिलाना. बिना स्ट्राइकर के खेल लेंगे, लूक डियोंग को नहीं खिलाना.
Bench him.
I don't mind. मुझे लग रहा है कि किस दिन ना ऐसा हो रहा होगा कि शावी ने लूक डियोंग को पिच पे लगा रखा होगा और थोड़ी देर बाद शावी बोलेगा मैं आ जाता हूँ भाई, तू बाहर आ जा, तेरे से नहीं होगा.
You saw that training clip, right? You saw the training clip of him assisting Luke De Jong. He'll have to physically step on. ये ले, अब मार.
Yeah. बड़ा बॉल बना के देने के लिए. So I think again clear कि चाहिए striker चाहिए. That is the main thing. But I think this can be solved without bringing in a well-established player if you have got really pacey wingers up front. Being honest, Barcelona can't afford a well-established striker. Anyone from Europe, कोई भी नाम ले लो यार. I don't think they can afford anyone. Can they? I don't think they can.
I doubt it.
Man City के पास भी पहले कोई proper striker नहीं था. They made Ferran Torres a striker. He wasn't initially a striker. वो बंदा कहाँ नहीं खेला अपनी, मुझे नहीं पता वो बंदा किस पोजीशन पे नहीं खेला under Pep Guardiola. So it is they are still
they have no striker, but they have 300,000 million, so fair deal.
Yeah, fair deal. Still, I think Barcelona can work this out some way, but need तो है. ऐसा नहीं है कि need नहीं है हमारी, need तो है striker.
No, but I think Barca is talking about transfers also. I don't think they really need an individual talent because the team has always pretty much been on the play style and the way they play. Let's say tiki taka ho gaya, because the entire team is involved in the attack or the defense for that matter. So even like once I think the entire MSN left, and when Barca slowly tried to get the more expensive players, like let's say Coutinho hoga, apna Dembele ho gaya. So these guys, and they started spending so much money on them. I think that's where they slowly started to lose out a lot. So abhi jaise apne bola ki they need a striker, but more than all of this, as a club that Xavi is back and there is some hope. Where do you see them towards the end of the season? I mean, I'm not such a knowledgeable person, but do you think they'll be challenging the title or maybe finishing in that place? And what about Champions League as well? Because now थोड़ी hope तो आ गई है Champions League में भी. तो कैसे आपको कैसे लग रही है अभी?
मौलिक भाई पहले आप.
We with the treble, let's go. Okay, there. But seriously, okay, top 4 in La Liga would be. It's. I think we could get that. We should get that, because if we don't get that, there's a clause which will make our sponsors fine us if we don't get top 4, which is pretty. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Copa del Rey is our chance. All right? We are Copa del Rey merchants. I want that trophy. We should be able to get that trophy, man. It's like, people undermine it a lot, but it's a huge, like, it's a major honor. I remember Madrid did like a bus tour when they won Copa del Rey back in 2012 or 11. Stop. Anyways, so yeah, Copa del Rey, we could have a good shot at that. UCL, I don't know, man. I don't want to talk about it.
नहीं होगा.
Round of 16 या कुछ भी हो जाए. मैं नहीं देख रहा.
यूरोपा लीग खेलेंगे.
What's that? No. We're making it out.
Please,
we're making
please
out.
don't say Europe. Yeah. But like if I talk about La Liga chances, so like any Barca fan saying कि we still have a chance on the title race would, I think, be like basicity to what Real Madrid has been doing this season. Like the way Real has been playing, I think if they're able to continue that, nobody else deserves to win La Liga above them. Like ठीक है, maybe कुछ मैचेस में वो लोग हक देते हैं, but it is like I as a Barca fan too, I really respect Real. I don't know why. तो कहीं ना कहीं इस वजह से लोग मुझे पसंद नहीं करते. But I really respect what Real has been doing. And honestly saying, as Maulik said, top 4, I think, should be the priority, and it's going to be what we see by the end of the season. Probably 3rd. I think 3rd should be really reasonable for Barca.
Yeah.
क्योंकि I think निकल जाएगा, 3rd निकल जाएगा. सेविया कहीं ना कहीं अभी शायद टोटो चल रही हो रियाल के साथ.
They'll bottle.
Yeah, they do bottle every year. Yeah, they will, of course. Top 4 मुझे पता नहीं क्यों लग रहा है यार इस बार ना कोई top 4 में कुछ अपसेटिंग होगा, and I just hope कि बासा किसी तरह आ जाए top 4 में, चाहे वो रियल सोसिएडाड की जगह कोई भी हो. But it is like, let's hope कि बार्सिलोना रहे top 4 में. Talking about Champions League, it is like I don't see them making out. Like अगर सेमीफाइनल तक भी पहुंच गए तो कैसे, क्योंकि ना चैंपियंस लीग का कुछ पता नहीं होता है. चेल्सी फैन है आप में से कोई?
Samyan.
है ना भाई? Tell me honestly, last season जब start हुआ था, did you like, could you even see Chelsea making it to the final?
No, it was supposed to be a transition season. It was supposed to be a season where he took out signings, क्योंकि हमारी टीम पूरी ईडन हैजार्ड पे बिल्ड करी थी जो हमें धक्का देके भाग गया. तो we had nothing. So it was supposed to be नई signings लेकर आओ, थोड़ा play style शुरू करो नया. That was the transition, and we somehow Tuchel के अंदर it was luck कि the system just worked.
See, this is what I'm emphasizing, कि you never know in Champions League which team is gonna make how far. And I see Barcelona. I don't know why I see Barcelona making it to the semi-finals for this UCL. I have no reason to back this, but it is just like a gut feeling. Something is gonna happen.
Yeah, bro. But I think looking at the larger picture, Xavi is not only like motivate the players, but fans maybe, like for example, you guys. मतलब you can see जो जान आ गई है तुम लोग में to have to say that Champions League की semi-final पहुंच जाएंगे. So I think he's done a huge job. I don't mean negatively, but I think he's done a huge job
all is well.
in getting that hope up in the fans. But I think as a final question, do you think if this whole thing works out with Xavi, either one of you would in maybe 2-3 years have the heart to forgive Laporta for whatever he's done?
I forgive him.
Bartomeu.
I'm over it.
Bartomeu, I think.
Oh, Bartomeu. No. He can
Bartomeu
go to
को
hell,
किस चीज के लिए? Yeah, Bartomeu ने कुछ नहीं करा अच्छा. Bartomeu को हम हमेशा गाली देते रहेंगे.
Yeah, exactly, man.
उसकी वजह से क्या कुछ नहीं देखने को मिल रहा भाई. We have to watch Messi play in a PSG shirt because of Bartomeu.
Who's we? I'm not sitting through that shit, man.
I have to, bro. I have to.
हाँ भाई, तो I think we pretty much touched upon all the Barca stuff that's happened yet. तो जावी के बारे में हमने बात कर ली. We talk about the transfers, about Dani Alves, the potential transfers, the rumors, and his plan for Barcelona, his future. So thanks for tuning in if you've watched it here, and definitely go check out Mr. Macaroni's channel. We'll link it up here and it'll be in the description as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Signing off.